はい、みんな本当にありがとうございます。もう留学生、ここにいるみんな、もうみんなのこと大好きです。はい、じゃあ僕らからちょっとしたプレゼントなんですけど、アルバムを作ったので、プレゼントしたいと思います。はい、じゃあ
Hey everyone, my name is Errol or Rolando. In today's video, I'll be going over my experiences of catching up with life after my study abroad was cancelled. So, I just got to my Airbnb because I'll be quarantining here for 2 weeks. And here, let me show you. So I've just been sterilizing everything. So like my bags, my luggage, basically like just more bags. I also changed into some new clothes that my sister had brought for me. Basically, anything that I wore at the airport, I just stripped. I'm gonna put that in the wash. My time here went by pretty fast, if I'm being honest. I just had to sleep and fix my sleeping schedule. At this time, I was still pretty traumatized from having to leave my friends behind so suddenly, so I didn't really want to talk to anyone. The most that I did was like talk to myself or Google Home. I also got really into Animal Crossing, and when I got home, I actually cut my own hair, like I'm sure a lot of people have, and here's the results. It was really underwhelming. I was kind of scared to do it, but at this point, I only really hung out with my best friend who I'm neighbors with, and as you can see, we also got like the GOT7 album that came out, and I was still really new to K-pop. So by June 2020, they eased up on more restrictions, and I caught up with my friends and tried to have somewhat of a normal summer. I even managed to make a new friend at that time too. So it made a really big difference. I'm slowly seeing everyone again, but there were still lots of nights where I was still overwhelmed by the memory of having to say goodbye to everyone so suddenly. Needless to say, I still tried my best to focus on finishing school since it was my second last year. I only had like 13 more classes left to finish. It didn't help that year, specifically, I had to do like all my math classes, so that was really hard online, but I finished it. That's all that matters.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! By the winter semester, there really wasn't much to do aside from school, which was stressful. Because one, we went into our second lockdown, and two, it was also like minus 40 degrees Celsius, so no one wanted to leave the house. But by the end of the semester, I got a new job working at a barbershop salon, and funny enough, we actually went into our third lockdown a week after I started, so, yeah. So after the lockdown, we went back into work, and it was still pretty busy. Like there was a lot of people that wanted to get their hair done and everything, so I spent a lot of time there. And outside of that too, I hung out with my coworkers and got to spend a lot of time trying to get to know them. This was my first time working with like a bunch of new people all at once. I had been in the same place for a while, so it was fun getting to know everyone, but definitely still scary. So by July, my best friends and I actually booked an Airbnb to stay at this really cute like trailer place outside of the city. We're definitely not outdoorsy people, but it was still pretty fun. And also, I have to add, it was like minus 40 degrees Celsius that summer, which was the complete opposite from the winter that we had before that. Needless to say, like, that was still like a pretty fun summer, and I got to meet a lot of people thanks to one of my close friends. And July itself was a very eventful month. So by the end of July, I suddenly had to move out of my childhood home. And so I went to Home Depot to grab some stuff, some boxes for me to pack all my things in. And then my parents flew in from Texas as well to help me pack and everything, as well as my older sister. So we cleaned everything, we sold whatever we had to, and it was actually kind of fun. Leaving the house was kind of sad, but I hadn't seen my parents in like a long time, since 2018, so it's always nice to see them. So we got up early so we could move my stuff. After that, I moved in with my cousins, and It's definitely been a lot more fun living with them compared to living with my old roommates of 5 years.
What?
And
Right?
What is
Right?
it?
That's so yeah!
What is it? What? Show me.
You just flail a lot.
Like when like Goofy walks, he's like, oh
so by September, I was finishing up my very last semester. I only had 3 classes left to go. It was kind of hard trying to balance work and school, but as you can see, I definitely spent more time at work than I did in class. But I tried my best. It's kind of hard to do online school, and at this point of the semester, like my very last one, I kind of lost a lot of my motivation, but I still tried.
Risks too. How risk taker or risk averse or zero?
When I finished my last final, I focused all of my energy into the Christmas rush. And just like that, the holidays had passed, and we entered the new year. So by the time that I post this, it'll be the 2nd year anniversary of leaving Japan. I'll never forget the memories I made and the life that I had when I was there. But I'm also very thankful of all the people that I've met since coming back and seeing how my life continues to unfold in the way that it has. It kind of feels unreal to rewatch these old clips that I have to put together because I documented everything from the moment I decided to study abroad in 2019 to coming back home and even up until now. So coming home was not the end of my adventures, and it never was. If you've made it this far, then I hope you feel the exact same excitement as I do when it comes to the future. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you're a fellow student whose study abroad was also cancelled, then please share your story too, because I'd love to hear more.